Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Wycombe Wanderers Master League on PES 2021, where today we're going to be starting by going out with the game against Norwich City. And then for the second game of today's episode, we've got another game against Birmingham. But let's get into this game against Norwich, who, let's have a look where they're currently sat in the league. They are currently sat top of the league on 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. We're currently sat in 8th with 2 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss. Let's see if we can get ourselves another very good victory against a team that's in first. Obviously, in the last episode we beat Bournemouth. Not the last episode, sorry. Was it the last episode? I can't remember. But in one of the previous episodes, we beat Bournemouth, who were top of the table at the time we beat them, and we beat them 5-0. And we're the only team to score against them so far. So, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, we're the only team to score against them. They've already conceded 3. But, let's see if we can get ourselves another win, another top-class opposition. Let's get into it, boys. And here we are on a sunny day, apparently, against Norwich City at Adams Park, where today we're going to be going into this one, hoping to pick up another 3 points if we can. Obviously, played some very good performances in the last episode where we drawn against Nottingham Forest, but we absolutely dominated them. We then beat Bournemouth 5-0 and also beat a very good Crystal Palace side 2-0 as well. So, let's see if we can carry on in that same fashion in this one. Let's get into it, boys. Do it. Now, if we can pass it out wide, it's Jacobson. That's being closed down quickly, but it's too quick. And now, we have a chance. If we can whip a decent cross in, it's not quite worked out for the boys. But we, again, have the ball. It's Bolocki to Bloomfield. And off of Borough. No, okay. Oh, hold on. Let's not lose it there. There we go. Bloomfield, inside. Viner, turns, shoots. It's saved by the keeper. And we still have a chance here, though. Hold on. No, damn it. If it switched to Viner a little bit quicker there, I might have been able to get a shot off. But we're still closing their team down quite a bit here. McLean has played the ball out to Roop. And off of Borough inside. And that is perfect. Play it round the back into Viner again. This is a perfect attack. This should be 1-0. And Viner has took it straight at the keeper. That should have been 1-0 there. I should have been playing that into the corner. Nice little bit of build-up play there. Viner runs in, but I do take the shot too close to the keeper. And it does mean that we are still at 0-0 at the minute. But good opening sign so far. And now, Jacobson to whip this cross in. We've whipped it a bit too hard, I think, there. No, hold on. We've still got a chance. We are in the lead. Somehow, from that corner, we've took the lead. I'm not sure. It's João Fernandes that has got the goal. And somehow, I don't know how, we have managed to take the lead from that. That was probably one of the worst corners I've taken. Yet, it's still amounted into a goal. As you see, Onyema manages to take the shot. And it gets blocked, and it still comes out to João Fernandes. As you see here, Onyedima takes the chest, takes the shot, it gets blocked, but João Fernandes manages to somehow, in the kerfuffle, get the shot off and put it into the back of the net. And we again are in the lead against top-class opposition in our league, and the team that's in first. We've managed to take the lead against another side that is in first. What can I say? The boys are putting in the work right now. To João Fernandes, into Bolocki, who I should have carried on making a run with there. I didn't do so. We've managed to lose the ball there somehow, even though we managed to keep it all that time. And now Teemu Pukki is the man to come forward for them. Todd Cantwell on it. Phillips has not closed his man down properly. It's crossed in. They've managed to win the header-ish. Pukki are on it again. It's oh boy, that was a decent effort there from them, but we've managed to get away with it. And now it's our chance to try and come forward again if we can. We'll try and play that ball back. That's nicely done from the boy. Come on. Balocchi out to Phillips. João Fernandes will play it back to Phillips. And now into Des. Now off. Here we go. Onyedinma has another chance. It should be, and it is. It's 2-0 in 34 minutes. And what a piece of play these boys are putting in at the minute. The boys are absolutely ruling everybody. It's the attacking. I wouldn't say we're attacking well, particularly, and we're not really defending well. It's just that they ain't creating many chances. As you see, Viana, he plays. It wasn't a good pass, and it's terrible defending from their left back, their right back there. He should be doing a hell of a lot better. And that is the end of the half. We're 2-0 up against another team that is at the top of the table at the point of us playing against them. And Fernandes and Onyedinma getting the goals. As you can see, they've had 3 shots and all of them have been on target. So realistically, they should have been scoring at least, I'd say at least 1 goal. As you can see, we've had 5 shots and put 4 of them on target, but we've managed to get ourselves 2 goals. So realistically, they only have themselves to blame at the minute, and we are dominating possession. But we've got double the amount of passes that they have as well. So what can you say? Here we are back for the second half. And Zimmerman to Stiepermann is getting them off straight away. Jesus, they're attacking quickly this time. They've whipped the cross in. But Stewart's managed to get his head to it this time. It's Tete. They've started out quickly in this second half. And it's looking like it might be a difficult one for us. If Tete can do something, he hasn't done it. And off a Borot now can set through Viner. He's man. This is his chance to get a goal, and it's 3-0. They started off very quickly, and unfortunately for them, they've messed it up, and we've managed to counter-attack them very quickly, and it's now 3-0 to the boys, and Norwich are really struggling as Viner breaks through the line with a nice touch. And he manages to take the shot, puts it into that far corner, and the keeper doesn't get his hands anywhere near it. And it's 3-0 to the boys now. What can I say? Really, what can I say? I think for the next game, I'm going to have to turn up the difficulty, because this is getting a bit ridiculous, let's be honest. I'm winning 3-0 and 5-0 and a couple of goals to nil against very good opposition. And it shouldn't be happening. Not with the side I have, so I think I'm going to turn up the difficulty for the next game. No, that hasn't quite worked out, but they have a chance to come forward again. It's Roop. They've made a decent pass there to Pukki, who takes the shot, but it's straight at Stockdale again. That is the end of the game. We've managed to get a 3-0 win over the team at the top of the table in Norwich City. João Fernandes and Onyedinma and also Viner getting themselves goals, getting themselves back on the score sheet, and it's a 3-0 win to the boys. But like I say, not taking too much joy in that, because I am going to move up a level now, because obviously at the minute we're just absolutely smashing every. So we might as well just go ahead and upgrade the difficulty a little bit. And they amounted the possession right back, to be fair. It's pretty much at 50-50, when before it was technically nearly at 60-40. So they've done well to gain quite a bit of possession back there. And they didn't have, it's not like they didn't have shots. They had 5 shots and 5 on target. They just didn't score them. We had 6 and 5 on target. We played well, and we managed to score 3 of ours. They should have probably done better. And Viner getting a man of the match, but the front 3 all got a 7.5 rating. Can't complain at that at all. And the roundup for match day 7 is now on your screens. Let's have a look who is doing well and who isn't. And Bournemouth have moved back to the top of the table, and after that loss, Norwich have moved down to 6th, and we've moved up to 7th. So I'd say we're playing quite well right now. if we can start bagging ourselves a few more wins, oh boy, we could be in a decent position by the end of the season. Right then, so we have Grimmer, who is fully recovered after his injury, so that's great. We can put him straight back into the side. We also have another offer for Jacobson, which we'll go ahead and probably reject anyway. And we have another newcomer notice in Morgridge, who has just joined the club, I believe, from the youth academy. So that's nice to see. Right, and now here we are for our next game in today's episode, our second and final game of today's episode, which is against Birmingham City away from home at St Andrews Park. So let's get back into this game and hopefully bag ourselves another few points, hopefully, if we can. And here we are at St Andrews Park, where today we're getting straight into it against Birmingham City for our second and final game of today's episode, like I said. I have also, like I said before, moved up the difficulty. So now instead of playing on professional, we are now playing as a top player. So let's see how the move up in difficulty affects our gameplay. Hopefully it becomes a little bit more difficult. The ball has been played out wide. It's been played long again, but again we've won the header with Charles, and Bloomfield now comes forward. If we can pass the ball off, we have. It wasn't a great pass. João Fernandes nearly gave the ball away there, but we've managed to retain it. Off of Borra into Jacobson. Fuck it, let's whip that ain't a bad cross. Oh boy, that was closer to being a cross, but it nearly worked out. And we can now come forward on our attack, which we'll play back now into Offa Borra. Okay, I thought we were going to try and do something there, but Offa Borra. Somehow that has gone through to Vinar. He's turned his man, tucks the shot, but the keeper makes the save. And that wasn't a bad piece of play from the boys there. They did well. Terrible defensive play from their midfielder there, because he should be sticking a foot out. But Vinar holds off a couple of lads, gets the shot off, but Truman makes the save. Now, chance to whip a corner in with Jacobson crossing it. It's not quite the cross that we needed, and they can now come forward, and that has left a big gap at the back. Here we go. This is our first test at defence, and now it looks like they're going to be scoring. Hogan has come forward. Oh, mate, that is shocking. That is shocking. Can't you tell we've moved up in difficulty, boys? It's, you know what, I'd rather have shit like this, because at the end of the day, it's more fun for me to play instead of just hammering every team, to be actually able to have a bit of a contest. That was partially my fault for the fact that I brought the keeper out. I think I should have just left him where he was. But Hogan has managed to put Birmingham City in the lead, and we are down for the first time in a while, to be fair. We haven't been down in a game for a while. So let's try and get ourselves back into it. Maybe even still be able to grab ourselves a win. So it's kick-off straight after we've conceded that goal. It wasn't the best of goals to concede. Basically, it came from our corner. So we shouldn't really be conceding goals like that. But we've managed to get a chance pretty much straight away here. Can pass the ball down the line to Phillips. If he can whip a decent cross in. He has done so. But oh man, Onyedinma should be putting at least that header on target. I'm not going to lie. That was a very nice inviting cross as the man runs towards the ball. He beats both the defenders to it. But unfortunately, he does head it still over the bar. Right then, so we'll pass the ball out of defence. It's Charles to Jacobson. That's not the pass I wanted to play, mate. Cheers for that. And we've managed to retain the ball though, so that's alright. If Jacobson, okay, he's decided to make a run inside instead of outside. That's not the brightest of ideas, is it, mate? Let's be honest. And we have a chance. We'll take the shot. And it weren't a bad effort from whoever that was. I think it might have been Bloomfield. But whoever it was, it weren't a bad effort. And Offa Borra, oh boy. I think that was Offa Borra. It might not have been. I'm not going to lie. It might not have been. I don't think it was. No, it was. Sorry. as he collects the ball on the edge of the area, takes a decent effort, and it's just wide of the post. Not a bad effort at all from the centre mid. Couple of decent efforts there, just unfortunately not quite finding the back of the net. As they have their own chance now. It's played out wide again. It's Montero. Passed it inside. How has that made it to his man? And Hogan gets another shot off, but this time it gets saved by Stockdale. If we can make the defence... Oh, that wasn't a good pass. We made the tackle, and then we've made ourselves into trouble again, and it's not quite made the tackle again, and somehow that worked out, and they've managed to get a corner from that. That was very nice play here from Birmingham as he plays the ball in. It's a little like lifted ball over the top after he'd made the run. Stewart manages to get his leg in the way, but that was a very decent piece of play there. And that is half time. We are 1-0 down at half-time after that Hogan goal, as we didn't really defend a counter-attack from our corner. We're not playing bad. Like I say, it's just a lot more of an even game now, which I am enjoying. So, like I said before, I'd much rather have a game like this than just smashing everyone all the time. So, hopefully, in this next half, we can actually get ourselves back into the game and get a couple of goals. We have a chance to come forward on an attack of our own again. But right now, so far in this second half, we've not really done a lot with the ball. So that isn't filling me with a lot of optimism. And Bolocki has given it into Bloomfield. We'll give it back to Bolocki. And we'll spread it wide again to João Fernandes. We'll pick out Phillips. That wasn't a great pass from Fernandes, but it's whipped in anyway. We've managed to not win the header, and they've got the ball clear, but only as far as off a Borough. It's there for Bloomfield. Oh, shit. God damn it. Fernandes to Bolocki again. Bloomfield will play that off. That is nice play. Vinar turns his man, shoots, and it's not a good shot at all. As you see here, we play the ball inside. We managed to get a little bit of space working. It's a little nice pass off, but it's not a great shot there from Vinar. Come on, you've got to be winning that header, Jacobs. Come on. Bellot has the chance. Charles has managed to... He's not managed to keep up with him. But as he has managed to work inside. Come on. Somebody make a tackle, please. How has that gone through to your man? How have they still got the ball and somehow they still managed to get a chance out of that? That is the end of the game. We have ended up losing after the first game of turning up the difficulty. It's fair enough, to be honest. It's the kind of results we should be having. Realistically, it's the kind of results we should be having. Birmingham obviously beaten us 1-0 by that goal in the first half from Hogan. It wasn't, like I say, it was just one of them attacks that you can't really do anything about. We didn't do anything about it, clearly, and that is exactly what ended up being the winning goal. We only had a couple of clear-cut opportunities. Like, that one was probably one of our better opportunities, and it's not even a clear-cut one. So, it just shows you the kind of match we had, really. And this is the stats for that game. Obviously, they had 8 shots, 6 of them on target. So, they were the more clinical side, obviously being the only side to score. We had 7 and only put 3 on target. So, not great, really. But we did have more possession, and we had a lot more passes than they did. But if you're having that kind of possession and that kind of amount of passes, you need to be putting the shots on target at the end of it. That's the end of how it needs to be, isn't it? And for that game, Hogan managed to get a 7.5 rating, and not one of our players got over us. Okay, the only player for our team to get over a 6 rating was Stockdale, who got a 7 rating. Jesus Christ. And that is the matchday roundup of matchday 8, shall I say, as Bournemouth lose their game. Okay, and Norwich probably have gone back to the top of the table after that win. And then a few more results there as well. And after that loss, we have now dropped down to 9th position. 3 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses after 8 games. We're not doing too badly, to be fair. With the team we have, I'd say we're doing quite well. Watford is still down in 21st. That is actually nuts. So we have a couple more messages here. First one is a scouting result, which we'll go and have a look at the 2 new players they've scouted. And also we have an offer for Bloomfield, which we're going to go ahead and reject anyway. And our 2 new players are this man here, who is from Mali, League 2 PAL. 25-year-old centre-back at 64 overall. So could be a bit of an addition to the side. And also we have a 65 rated right-back in Bansis. Also a League 2 side from PAL as well. Okay, we'll have to have a look at that. But that is where we will call an end to today's episode after obviously winning the first game 3-0 against Norwich. And then losing the second game after moving up a difficulty against Birmingham City. Hopefully in the next episode we can make a bit of a rebound. Hopefully get a little bit more of a grip of this new difficulty we are playing on. The next episode we will be playing against Rotherham and QPR. So we've got probably an easier side in Rotherham and then a bit more of a harder side in Queen's Park Rangers. But we will have a look at that in the next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.